you go, and we are recording. We have to tell
Oh,
you that we're just laughing at ourselves. And just as Bobbi Jo was doing something, I just thought, I'm going to press record and we're going to get started here. Look at how beautiful Bobbi Jo is in the morning. First thing in the morning. Isn't she beautiful?
hello and good morning and good afternoon to you, Sheena.
Thank you so much.
You
So,
know, go.
so,
So
go.
I was
So
think I like
go.
where we left off yesterday. Bloom where you were standing. Bloom where you stand, people. What does that really mean? To bloom where you stand, to show your perfection. And this is what's funny, and we've learned this through Panache Desai, if no one's ever heard of him, but we don't need to heal, fix, or change any of us. Where we're so conditioned to see what's wrong with us that we need to shift that mindset. I love the word awareness. You can probably hear it every day from me, but to have the awareness of that we are great, to look at the great things about ourselves. And that's the conditioning of a paradigm that how we have just the culture. And one thing I just want to talk about is that, everyone says they're so happy. Sheena and I have known each other. You said 4 or 5 years yesterday, but it's not true. I know it seems like forever when our souls have met, but it's only been 3 full summers. This summer was 2020. So it's only been 3 full years that we've been friends, and I forgot what I was going to say about that. But we're being coaches that people always like, I'm fine, I'm fine. But then it's like, I go visit friends of mine and they're talking about their friends and such, and everyone is just really miserable out there. And so we're trying to have a platform where people can come to share and have spirituality and take some gifts away. Like what Sheena and I talk about is really impactful. It's really powerful. And if you do some of the things that we ask and you start having this awareness of who you are and how you operate and how to think effectively, then your whole world is going to change. So stick with us.
That's right. Just what you said there. People are taught, the children who are coming into this world now have a higher consciousness than us. And so, what do we do as adults? We know more. So, we fill their tiny little heads. They are so much more aware than we are. And we try to fill their tiny little heads with all our knowledge that hasn't worked, that's left the world in the way it is right now. What are we doing?
I
What are we
know.
doing? And Bobbi Jo, one of the things that I had a real light bulb moment this morning was really understanding about me. And one of the first commandments, and it's like if you think that I sit and study the Bible all day, every day, I don't. I just get these words that come through. And so this morning's one was, thou shalt not put any God before me. And for the first time, Bobbi Jo, I heard the name me.
Mm.
Me. That's the most important thing. And I have put money in front of me. I have put other people in front of me. I have put desires in front of me. I have put other people's opinions in front of me. Now, I know that we've spoken before about thinking into results, but even just like the thinking of lesson one was about the vibration of who you are. And Tesla said that, think of things in terms of energy and vibration. And one of the first things that we spoke about was being in the wish fulfilled isn't in the getting of anything, it is in the feeling
Mhm.
of yourself right here, right now, feeling good, just as you are, just as you said, Bobbi Jo, just as you are, without any bells or whistles, without a title, without anything. Because let me tell you, I have proved the point that working hard that gets you nowhere, lots of qualifications get you nowhere. Um, Learning all these strategies and tactics and processes and everything gets you nowhere until you know me and put nothing in front of me, not even God, because everybody's looking at somebody outside themselves. That's still putting something in front of me. So that was my divine moment this morning. I just like got the first commandment.
And I love that. I heard it this morning. Sheena and I got to be good friends through an app called Marco Polo, and you can leave video messages. So we do that every day. That's how we're best friends after 3 years. Every day we are videoing back and forth to each other about our whole lives. So it's been a great journey. Yeah, Sheena, you threw out the God word again, girl. You're going to scare people. No, and it's all good, but that's all that self-study has done. It's really to come back that we are one. It comes down to love. We're building our tribe and our community. We're here not to judge people and just love people. And that is a fact. I don't care. I'm looking you right in the eye, whoever's watching. That is a fact because there's like air, there's enough of it all. Okay. And you ever call BS, you don't know me very well. But getting back to what you said, Sheena, there, I didn't write it down. Go with the flow, go with the flow.
But
Yeah,
it's,
oh, I know.
yeah.
But we're studying this and it's about unbecoming. That's what I really feel like the last 4 years of coaching have been. It has been who I thought Bobbi Jo was, right? I thought, Bobbi Jo, I'm a badass, I'm a raf guy, all these titles or whatever. I didn't have the titles that Sheena had. I had my own titles. I went to India to study yoga, whatever. My ego loves knowing all those stories, but it doesn't matter. It is a story. But what it is all this studying, like Bobbi Jo is Bobbi Jo, this kind person, this person who just wants to love. I'm a golden retriever, people. But it's been unbecoming the layers of all the cultural and the family paradigms and all that out there in society. It's really interesting to me that some of my best friends really don't know who I am anymore. They still see me as the person they knew 4 years ago. But you do studying every day, you start learning, you have a path that shows you how to get out of this locked way of like, in a way of like miserable. People are really miserable. You say you're happy, but you're not. You're just reacting to life. You're just feeding yourself with food or booze or weed or, soap operas or whatever, a podcast, right? And stop listening. We have our own intuition, right? Sheena said that this morning on Marco Polo. She's done listening to books. Now, if you guys pay attention, Sheena here is a brilliant woman, brilliant. And she listens to so much and we can remember it all. And I tend to be like, like Catherine, like, what's this? Okay, got the energy of it, good. Like, how much knowledge can we really have? But it's listening to our authentic selves. So stop listening, up lesson 5, to what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, and turn within. That's the real power. That's the magic. And we're here to show you how to do that.
And that's where the phrase that comes to mind is, I'm not the me I think I am. I'm not the me you think I am. I am the me I think you think I am. In other words, you haven't a clue who you are because you're totally giving yourself out and giving your power away to everybody else. But if it's got to be me. So I've got to know who me is. And it wasn't until I even heard that this morning, it was, thou shalt not put any gods before me. And I went, me. Oh my goodness, I've been putting food before me. I've been putting wine before me. I've been putting opinions and so much stuff before me. I've never actually sat with me. And you said that before, where people, it's food, it's wine, it's drugs, it's people, it's entertainment. And there's so much going on that whenever it comes time when there's nothing going on, you feel awkward and you feel bored. And then you go, it shouldn't be like this. Or you watch a movie. You never sit with me. Even when people do meditation as well, Bobbi Jo, and we know this because we've been through all this journey ourselves, is that when you meditate, because you're trying to do something, because you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to be something, rather than just go, no, I just want to listen to me. And I don't know about you,
Mm-hmm.
but people, I don't know if they call it ringing in the ears, but I can hear my frequency. I can literally, when I go
Mm-hmm.
quiet, I can hear this buzzing, and it's a frequency noise. It's like the white noise, and it's getting
Mm-hmm.
louder and louder. And in fact, I can hear it now, even when I'm speaking. Whereas there's a noise going on. You've got your own frequency, but we're not listening to it. We keep tuning into everybody else's frequency instead of tuning into me frequency. I want to keep saying that word, me, me.
Me.
And it's not about being selfish, because if I'm in alignment, then I can say,
Yeah.
you come to me with something, Bobbi Jo, then I can hear you and I can see you and I can be there for you without me getting in the way, because I'm already sorted. So
Yeah.
I can now give myself 100% to you.
Yeah, and that's what they say about you can't love someone else until you love you for. I mean, yeah, until you love yourself first. You gotta love you. That's what they say. And I didn't really ever believe it. And I remember talking to Panache one-on-one and saying, no, my husband filled my cup with love. Like he loved me and filled me. And he says, no, you just were ready to see the reflection of his love and you were ready to see it within yourself. So think about that. That's a big one to chew on. But getting back to that, I want everyone to know too that Sheena and I have not reached the top of the mountains. And this is how I coach my friends. We are not, well, we are perfect, but we're still growing. We're still learning through our stuff. And every day it's like, oh, an epiphany. Oh, Sheena, I see it this
I
way.
don't believe a word
Oh,
I say.
I've been studying that for years and done it, I got it. And how I like to coach my people is like top of the Himalaya, the tallest mountain in the world, right? Mount Everest. And it's like you kind of climb up and then you slide down a back slope a little bit and rest at base camp. And then you're going up a little bit more and then you have a little bit time down. And you're constantly, but you're growing, you're getting there, you're growing a little bit more, kind of like I was saying with that needle yesterday. So you don't beat yourself up. You just start opening your mind, hearing what we have to say, and just learning from our lessons and what we've done, and knowing that we're here to support you. Like this is, I see out there, I wanted people to be able to find us. A lot of my friends are like, how did they find you? You know, you help so many people, and people don't have these kind of conversations. Your conversations about bragging and what you've done better or what your kids have done. And it's not, you know. And on a side note about that with kids, I mean, that's a whole can of worms that kids need this love these day and age because divorce rate is so high here in the United States, and everyone's off trying to have their fun and never mind raising these kids, and they're growing up in this depression and anxiety, you know, and suicide. So that's really sad. And I want to be able to give kids tools to know and have this awareness that there's something so much, way much more than what they're seeing with their eyes.
Mm. And just what you
That's
said, that, like going back to about, we're teaching kids what to think rather than how to think. And I think that if we taught people how to think, then, you can make more effective decisions rather than just following the crowd and, where we are at the moment. And I know that there's a whole bigger, better world, every single day. That's why I say, don't believe a word I say, but don't dismiss anything I say. There is, what I have realized is that there is no truth. There's only your truth, the I am truth that you are. And that's what you're looking for alignment for. And when you look for that alignment, then you can help other people in their truth and you can see their truth. It may not be your truth, but you respect everybody else's truth then. But if you don't respect somebody else's truth, it was because I realized that I hadn't seen my own truth. So that's the journey that we're on. And I guess it's an eternal journey. So there's never an end. It's just what it is right here, right now. We've never got it. We only know our own truth. Tomorrow could be completely different.
exactly. So yeah, listen, do as I say, not as I do. No, that is not
Yeah.
true. So I want to say one thing that are basics for Sheena and I that we know is that neuroplasticity tells us that we only use approximately 4% of our conscious mind. So you got to think of that iceberg and only 4% at the top. The rest of the day, 96% of the day, you are just reacting and you're bringing all the same thoughts from yesterday. So if you want to start growing every day and tuning into us every day, I love the word awareness. You're going to hear me say it all the time. She and I was having this fun thing. If we ever have a time that we're wondering what to talk about, I'm going to move my finger across the bookcase and you go, stop. And I'll be like, oh, Seed of the Soul. That's what we're going to read today. We'll open up the book and talk about, is it Gary Zukov? But it is about awareness. That's all I want to leave you with today for my half. That, I say this all the time, but I say it for myself to learn too, that what are you thinking about? Are you fighting with your boss before you even got to work from yesterday's crap? Are you driving to school and, dropping the kids off and you're hashing out what you talked with your ex about? You're trying to be right. Get your ego out of that and try to see yourself outside of yourself. And we always say that's another exercise, like writing out your problem on a piece of paper so that it is out of you. And then you can kind of go, what would my great uncle, who I love so much and respected, what would he have said about this? And take your way from it. And that way you can see it with a different perception. Remember, we talked about that? The different lens, a different goggle, you're just only seeing what you've seen because you've only looked at it your whole life, but there's so many different colors of the rainbow out there. And that's what we're here to help you do. Not saying our way is the right way, to help you see that there is a different way, that there is a freedom and a peace of mind. That's what all my clients have gotten out of this. And I've had people come back to me and husbands say, thank you for helping my wife or my husband or my kid or whatever. And it is that peace of mind of just knowing yourself, loving yourself where you are today. That's all I got for this today segment.
And that's it. And see,
I need one of
the
those clipboards. Take two, go. Go.
the awareness of me. And that's what I
Mm,
would say. That's what I would end on today is to look at your own vibration. How are you feeling? And make that your priority. Then everything else just sort of falls away. And
mhm.
yeah, just make that your priority. Stay in awareness of that. If you want to book a call with Bobbi Jo or Sheena, then there's links in here, links down there. And yeah, we just book a call. I've
Or if
got
you want to
nothing
talk
else.
about something, go. You don't have to even book a call. What else did I want to say there? Yeah, the power of the awareness of that. Oh, but so if you're looking at like, okay, I have awareness, but I hate everything in my life, right? I hate my job. Well, it's okay. Recognize it, love it, set a goal for yourself to get out of that. I had that happen to my client recently. She hated her job. And I said, I want you to give me a date that it's going to expire, that you're going to quit. Like you have to show the universe that you're committed. So she kind of did, she didn't really give me, I was like 6 months, a year. And before she could really do it, she got fired because of all of COVID and this and that and downsizing. And she's a great employee, but she got fired. And for a month, she was unemployed. And I tried to get her not in that vibration that this is a gift that the universe gave you to switch gears. This is what you wanted. So be careful of what you wish and want and know what you want. But that's what people do. That's what I still find. People don't know what they want, but you know what you don't want. So just don't beat yourself up. Just get really some clarity with that awareness.
And that's it. People don't know what they want because they don't know who they are.
Yep.
There you go. Maybe that's tomorrow's topic. I don't know. Who are you?
All right,
Okay,
write that down.
everybody. I'm going to say goodbye now, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Who knows when? See you next
All right.
time.
Big hugs. See
Big
ya.
hugs. Bye.